This is coming as a huge surprise to many that K1 the Ultimate, Nigerian musician, is involved in this near-death incident on the tarmac in one of the domestic airports in Nigeria. K1 the Ultimate reportedly struggles with ValueJet staff, jumps in front of plane to prevent takeoff. Veteran Fuji musician K1 the Ultimate on Tuesday reportedly created a scene at the domestic terminal of the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, when he allegedly physically jumped in front of a ValueJet aircraft in a bid to stop it from taking off after a brush with one of the aircraft attendants. Sources revealed that K1, who was on board the plane, was drinking from a flask when he was approached by the flight attendant, who suspected that the content was alcohol, a substance prohibited on board aircraft in Nigeria. The attendant was said to have asked the iconic musician to surrender the flask, but K1 refused, saying it was medication prescribed by his doctor. Following his refusal to give up the flask, the flight crew deboarded him. Consequently, an enraged K1 rushed to the front of the aircraft in an attempt to prevent it from taking off. The Fuji star was said to have been standing in front of the aircraft with the ground personnel pleading with him. However, the plane pilots forcefully took off while K1 and the personnel fled to avoid being hit by the wing of the plane. Let's watch it as it happened.
Wait now, say you strong. Why you not wait?
Meanwhile, NCAA today announced the suspension of the flight pilots for breaching the aviation safety protocols by taking off and endangering the safety of ground personnel and other airport users. Apart from the suspension of the pilots, the Aviation Authority is said to be considering putting K1 on a no-fly list over his conduct. A no-fly list is a database of individuals prohibited from boarding commercial flights due to suspected links to terrorism or other security threats. In the meantime, the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, FAAN, has made a press release to this effect. In a release on 6th of August, Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria addresses incidents at Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport. Let me read this for you, and I quote: "The Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, FAAN, wishes to formally address the incident that occurred on Tuesday, 5th August 2025 at the domestic terminal of the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. The incident involved a notable Nigerian musician, King Wasiu Ayinde Marshal, also known as K1 the Ultimate, and a pilot of ValueJet Airlines. Preliminary investigations confirmed that the passenger was scheduled to board the morning flight to Lagos, operated by ValueJet Airlines Flight VK 201. During boarding, the passenger attempted to carry an unidentified liquid substance on board, despite repeated warnings from Aviation Security personnel and the flight captain. In accordance with international aviation security standards, specifically Nigerian National Civil Aviation Security Program (NCASP) and ICAO Annex 17, liquids exceeding 100 ml are not permitted through security screening unless medically necessary and properly declared. The passenger was informed of this regulation but reportedly declined to comply. As boarding continued, an airline security officer asked the passengers to step aside for further clarification. The passenger allegedly refused and spilled the contents of the flask on the officer, which turned out to be alcohol. The flight captain intervened but faced similar resistance. After confirming the boarding was complete, she instructed the closure of the aircraft door. At this juncture, the passenger moved to the front of the aircraft and refused to leave the area despite repeated requests. He was ultimately escorted away by AVSEC crime unit for further investigation, after which he was released. FAAN reiterates its unwavering commitment to the safety and security of all passengers, crew, and airport personnel. The authority will not tolerate any action or actions that compromise operational integrity or undermine aviation safety standards, regardless of the individuals involved. This matter remains under thorough investigation, and all parties found culpable will be held accountable according to the law. FAAN is dedicated to upholding the highest standards of professionalism, safety, and regulatory compliance across all Nigerian airports. This is the press statement officially signed by Director of Public Affairs and Consumer Protection, Mrs. Obiageli Ora. ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́gbọ́n yẹn ìròyìn tó ń tó wa létí sọ wípé gbajúgbajà onífújì K1 the ultimate King Wasiu Ayinde Marshal ni ó bọ́ sí iwájú ọkọ̀ òfurufú tó ní pé kò ní lọ ní ìgbà tí ó ní àtakò ọ̀rọ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn tí ó ń ṣiṣẹ́ nínú bàálù tó fẹ́ gbéra. Ìlú Àbújá ní ọ̀rọ̀ ti ṣẹlẹ̀ nígbà tí Alhaji Wasiu Ayinde fẹ́ gbé bàálù tí ó mọ̀ lọ sí Èkó ni Alhaji bá dúró níbi tí bàálù ti gbéra. Ọlọ́run ló ní kí Alhaji sáré yára bẹ̀rẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ nígbà ẹ̀kọ́ òǹkọ́mì ni àbá máa sọ lásìkò yìí. Ìròyìn sọ fún wa pé Alhaji Wasiu Ayinde gbé ọtí ògógóró dání tí wọ́n rọ sínú ike tí wọ́n mu nínú bàálù, tí àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ inú bàálù sọ fún wọn pé eléyìí kò bójúmu, pé òfin kò fààyè gbà. Ṣùgbọ́n Alhaji dàságídá lónìí pé ẹ wá wọ̀. Bákan náà Alhaji bá da kíní tó wà nínú àgé ọtí tí wọ́n mu, wọ́n bá fọ́n lé òṣìṣẹ́ iléeṣẹ́ bàálù lára. Eléyìí ló wá fi hàn pé àṣọ ògógóró ni Alhaji Wasiu gbé pamọ́ sínú ògógóró tí wọ́n yọ mu. Bí ó ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀ ní àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ oníbàálù bá ní pé kí wọ́n yọ ọ̀rọ̀ yìí wò, kí Alhaji kan sọ̀kalẹ̀ náà. Ibi tí wọ́n ti wá yanjú pé àwọn tí ó mọ̀ lọ sí tí ó mọ̀ gbéra ti ń lọ tán. Alhaji Wasiu Ayinde wà lórí Tarmac. Wasiu ní bàálù bá rẹ̀ sí gbéra. Eléyìí tí wá fa ẹ̀yọ́ Ọlọ́run tó yẹ pé tìmítì ló kù kí wàhálù kó rọlù Alhaji Wasiu Ayinde àti àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ tó wà ní orí Tarmac lásìkò yìí. Iléeṣẹ́ tó mójútó ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ti wá sọ wípé òun tún ti fi gbé suspension lé àwọn iléeṣẹ́ bàálù náà. Bákan náà ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ìwádìí mọ̀ lọ lórí tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Abuja tí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ètò ààbò ní orí òfurufú.
Perhaps we're looking for one of a kind, the cultural exhibitions around the world, all traveled and places. Stay tuned to my channel, KB Jojo Newsbox, where I intend to give you every vital information, updates, interesting places, places of interest, tourism, and about people, culture around the world. Stay tuned on this channel. We promise to give you more. It's Thank you.
And if the fates should bless us with a moment of reprieve, we all could stand together in the silence and just breathe. Rejoice for all the happiness, mourn for all the grief. It's all